Fine. Is that going to change? Maybe. So I've got to be prepared, available, have an income strand and a business that's going to allow me that flexibility as well as the profitability. And so thinking about flexibility and profitability, how am I going to readjust my sales this year while finishing? When I say sales, I mean like on a boat, right? Like the direction of the boat, where am I going to go? And so thinking for yourselves about where are you going to go and how can you use social media in your business and what direction are you going to take? That's kind of the primary aim of today from a place of like openness, non-desperateness, just, wow, that's happened. This is a life change. I'm a woman. I'm a mother. I want to be available. And I want to create legacy for my grandchildren as well. That is, in fact, the key aim for me is I want to be a better grandmother than I was a mother. And while that's got a kind of a judgment attached to it, the fact of the matter is I work very, very hard as a single mum. I hid out behind other people's successes and visions because I never had the confidence and self-belief to go for something for myself. I made a film long before anybody else did. After I'd worked on a film, I bought the remainders of the film stock from the film The Matrix. I made my first 35mm short film by myself, unfunded, produced, wrote, and directed it. And I didn't send it out to any festivals. That's how lacking in confidence I was.
Mm.
And if you can relate to that in any part of your previous life, the invitation is that 2025 is no longer that for you, that you're going to step into the belief and you're going to come along on this ride just today from that place of that old lack of confidence, that old lack of self-belief is finished and done with. So that's the invitation. That's kind of the intention for me to be here today, that we can do it together. And I'm going to, if you're watching this on the replay, please comment, please watch it all the way through if that's of interest to you, and stick around until the end, because at the end, I really do have an offer that it's there as an invitation. I'm not selling to you. I'm saying if you like what you've seen, if you feel that the way I teach, what I offer is valuable, this is the best price you'll ever get in 2024. And so, in fact, Kim, you inspired me. You are an Australian. Yes, you're an
Oh, I
Australian
saw
woman.
that.
You're an Australian woman and come from another community, and I changed the rates to be an Australian dollar price for Kim.
No,
So I wanted to extend that over this Christmas.
I beyond appreciated that.
Yeah, awesome. And I know that this is really valuable work and it really, really,
Mm.
really will help. So I just wanted to extend it. So that invitation will come at the end. But really, I want you to take this as just at face value. We had a lady in yesterday who sort of saw as well that I'd done this pop-up invitation and she'd never been on Zoom. So the truth is, for women over 40, we're still a growing market. And here's some things to really think about. Women over 40 have super funds, and they are going to come into accessing that money in time. Retail and selling live retail is the way of the future. There are more apps coming down that line, and Amazon and those places are going to be looking for people. So podcast presenting, live retail. So if you're selling a product or a service, all of these areas where you can be present using video is now where the world's attention is. And it's really interested in people who are ordinary like us, who aren't extraordinary, who are offering something. So there's going to be that like lid for every pot kind of conversation. And there isn't a huge amount of women over 40 in the marketplace. And so we've got a lot of room. And so if you're feeling it's saturated, that's not true, because we're so aligned to a particular cultural thing. Now, sellers know this. We're the hardest to sell to because we don't need that much, but what we like and what we want, we will buy. And so it's like it's too hard basket. We're kind of who would agree? Like, are you, Kim? Are you locked into a brand for most things you buy?
Pretty much. I think, yeah. There's brand loyalty. Yes.
It's like we're
It's
in, we're locked in.
grocery. You
Yeah,
pick your shopping, your supermarket, and that's it. Yeah.
that's it, right? We know. Whereas the youth and the younger generation, they're still exploring who they are and what they want, what they like, and what they need, right?
Mm.
So we've got to understand who is our marketplace, who are we actually selling to, and how big is that marketplace? Well, we all know that the aging population is the one that's growing the fastest. And so that my friends, is the classic market where you want to go for. For example, Kim does surface art, and whenever I get any client that comes to work with me privately, and I just want to say that 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 price is, anyway, when I work with people privately, as I'm with Kim, this I start thinking about where would your products and services be found? Where are
Mm,
people looking? Where are they finding it? And I thought, there is a huge market in villas and
mm.
retirement villages. People are changing, they're downsizing, they don't want to take everything. What are the products that they do want to have in their homes? And how are they like, how are they looking for things? Well, they're looking for villas. So if you're interested in also property, you could talk a little bit about that. Like this would be a nice way to style a lounge if you're moving into a new property. So you might now have a new audience avatar of someone who is buying a villa. Do you see
Mm.
the specificity of that? Well, we know that they are only allowed in over 55 villas. So then you go, okay, well, what colors are they looking at? Are you selling a villa? There are so many life changes. How can something you offer be an uplift for somebody? This is Kim specifically at a time of change in their life,
Okay.
right? Just thinking through
Yeah, yeah,
thought.
yeah, yeah.
So you don't have to go down that line, but it's like getting that specific is really fun to go, okay, I can go for that market. I can make reels for them for 10 days, see if I sell anything, but I can then create a highlight. So,
Yeah.
so what I want to do today for myself as well is really thinking about, so one of the ways that I'm going to earn income this year is presenting for other people and interviewing for other people. So that's for big corporations, so basically paid talent. So to be paid to be in front of the camera. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Zoom. I appreciate the
Yeah.
like. And sometimes I think it's like, the voice of our mother coming down the line. That's what I say to Inga, because the thumbs up often happens at random times, and you're like, wow, thanks. That's the sort of thing mum would go, great idea. So so my LinkedIn has to get really cleaned up for that because that's where people will go to look for me, right? My YouTube presence, I have to have a sort of a particular flavor. And so my Instagram and my Facebook, I love you ladies, and that's where I want to be with that. But can I do Saldana presenter, right? Like, where am I going to go and play in this field so that I can be a grandma on the road, a glamour queenie on the road? That's what I'm thinking. Glamour queenie on the road. That's kind of going to be my next thing in case I have to move around because I love where I've moved to and I want to stay here. So, what are some of your desires, right? Right now, Kim, just like heart's desire, what's influencing you personally right now? That's a big life event for me. What's the biggest life event that you want to happen? Like, I want my daughter to have a healthy baby, and I want a bunch of things around that I will be able to support myself and her for. So, what's your big want?
My big want this year is to be financially independent in the sense that I've got my own place again so I can get my own dog,
I
another
love
Ollie
that.
sheepdog. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so what does that actually feel, look, sound, and be like? So hold that thought. Just write down home, dollars, home, dog, right? Just for now. Let's keep it simple, people.
yeah.
And look at that. In this conversation, look at the way that this has just evolved naturally. And this is why my program's called Evolve. You want exactly what I just said is your market. People transitioning into homes or out of homes.
Oh yeah.
Like, so when I'm channeling, for want of a better word, and people say, oh, this is guesswork. When we have our onboarding session and when I meet with people for the private one-to-one, then I start some part of our ether joins up and you're in my brain, you're in my neural network, and I'm wherever I am, part of your desire is there. And I remember you telling me you wanted a home, right? So somehow that's going to be part of your storytelling.
Okay.
Because if you go and look at the homes that you're going to, for example, I want you to go to open homes every week. of the, not the home that you're going to move into, but the one you want to move into, not the one you can afford, not the one you think about. I want you to start searching on domain.com, realestate.com, following real estate agents that you really like online. And here's why, ladies. The algorithm is going to send you and find people for you, and it's a two-way street. It's going to send randomly. Well, she's looking at real estate agents. She's looking at these properties. Maybe we'll send when she posts something out to those people, right? And if you're like
Mm.
commenting on a real estate agent that's selling villas or things for those people over, like I was thinking about this the other day, like 10 years ago, if someone said to me, oh, you should look at an over 50s villa, I would have vomited in my fucking, like, I would have vomited. Today, at 55, I'm like, what's good about that for a single woman? Lots.
Lots, yeah.
There's a gym, there's Pilates, there's a pool, there's company. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
beat it.
security and living in
Security,
a
community,
community.
connection. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is starting to look appealing. Now,
Mm.
do I like any of them? Finding the ones I like. So the ones I like are at 1.8 million. So I was like, but you know what? Here's the funny thing, ladies. That's not 10 million like my daughter's where my daughter lives.
Mm.
So for me to live near my daughter, I've been under a lot of pressure last year or 2 years because she told me she was moving. She told me she was looking to have children and that she wants me to help her in 5 years. And so I looked at some houses that I wanted to live in, and they were $10 million. And I
Mm.
was like, oh, but when I've got clearer in the last 2 years, and she hasn't got pregnant yet, and I haven't made that $10 million yet, I want to show you what I did though, what I've got. I've got this incredible mood board, two, in fact, right? And on the back, they're laminated, and on the back, I write down all the reasons why all me earning all the money I want to earn, me doing it is really helpful and beneficial for everybody. These are all like they're laminated and then I get texter pens and I write on them. So you might go, oh God, that's so much work. I'm a creative being. If you are too, you'll enjoy this process. But my cheat way is this, and you can do it or not do it. But my cheat way is I go into a newsagent's and I stand in there and I look at the rack. So this is like a bookstore where they sell magazines, wherever you can go where there's hard copy. But you can do this on Pinterest now. You can search on Google Images. You can do it wherever you want. But for me, I really love my mind and my past trauma will stand in the way of my best life. And this kind of rounds back to when I was in filmmaking and when I was a single mum and I was really surviving and I was earning money and I was people pleasing, I had to drink alcohol to survive that life. And I didn't know that that's what I was doing until it became a huge problem in my life. And it was a problem for longer than before I knew it was a problem. And as soon as I realized it was a problem, I went to a 12-step program. So, not of my own volition. I didn't think, oh, I'm going to go to a 12-step program today. That didn't happen. I put out this kind of prayer of like, oh my God, if there's help. And I didn't know it was a prayer. I wasn't religious. I didn't have any religious training. I went to Sunday school when with my nan, right? And I went to girls' rally. But I put out this kind of, if there is help, can help please come. And I ended up in a 12-step program 2 days later. And so I know for me that part of it is putting it out there and saying, show me and letting me be guided. And I did it last night and I do it every day. Just guide me, please show me. And it's a humbleness because I got to get out of my own thinking way, my own cultural constructs, my own family background, all of the stuff. Women only got the right in law in 1984 in Australia and 1988 in America to actually borrow money to start a business. So, how can women who were born before that time have any concept in our minds and our life and our DNA and our ancestral being and knowing that that's even an opportunity that we can go for? We can borrow money to build businesses. Think about that. In fact, coming on a payment plan, which is what Kim's done with me, is a loan of sorts because you're going to finish it. You're borrowing money to learn, be trained, and have coaching to go somewhere. That's a business loan. In effect, I'm lending you that money because the price was this up front if you wanted to pay it, but put a little bit more on for admin and for the length of time that I'm not being paid up front. The risk is that you won't show up. It's a premium. Do you understand how that operates? So this idea, and I worked in finance. People don't know this. I worked in banking when I left school. My first job was in banking. I wasn't even 15 years old. I was 14 years old and 9 months when I signed myself out of school. So in year 11. And this is another story. Like I'm just helping you get to know me because if you can relate, think about your own life and how this helps, you know. So I have to get out of my own way. So I walk into a news agency or a bookstore and I just say, show me what I should be if there were no limitations, if there were no hindrances in my life, what would I be attracted to? What is the highest and best for me, which is the highest and best for all? And that's how these were done. So these pictures and images come when I'm just open. I'm not preconceiving what I want and need. And so many of them have come true. So many of these have come true. This one hasn't. See this one, this exercise one. I really got to get this on the board this year. This has to come into truth. I did get a trainer and I did the training for a year and then I got sick and I didn't get back to it. So I really need to bring that back into life. I had my studio. I had this view, almost exactly this view with wattle and this picture. Like this actually came into my life. I had if anyone remembers from when I used to be in the studio, this was my life. This is what I built. We built this. So this came true. So what I'm saying is the vision of your life, a vision for you from the highest and best, as if all of the universe was conspiring for your greatest good. What would that look like, feel like, sound like, taste like? That's the energy I believe and I know to be true for manifestation. And then how does this help and serve others? So, Kim popped in, she's like, oh, is it just me today? I was like, that's okay, but I haven't advertised. I've used free media to get one person in, and I'm going to create content that I know is going to be really beneficial. So I ask you right now, Kim, is this beneficial for you at this moment?
Most definitely. Freakingly, yes.
So, I just like,
Yeah.
I have who's out there that wants to be supported, and then I make this recording, and I'll probably put it up on YouTube today. Why not? If with your permission, I'll do you, or if I know you don't want to be visible, but on
No,
Zoom,
I don't care anymore. Like
oh my God, look at the switch.
the morning I've done it. I went and did that live that convinced me to do, and I'm out there. So even with my
Right.
morning hair, so because I'm heading to the beach after this. So
Oh, beautiful. Where are
yeah.
you?
I'm at the Gold Coast Tugun. So
Oh,
I'll
that's
go
so
down to
good. I used to live
Coolangatta.
in Tugun. I can't believe that. It's like
Yeah,
so perfect.
yeah,
Um, oh God, I'd love to be at Tugun Beach today. My fa
yeah.
my favorite, actually, for those of you watching, just this is part of it. If you don't come live, it's you still get to meet a bit of Australia. My favorite beach is actually uh Belongor.
Not too sure where that one is.
It goes Currumbin, Tugun, Belongor, Kirra
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
in the
My,
strip.
yeah.
That'd be
My,
where you are, isn't it?
hey,
That'd be where you are.
probably. I mean, I've only been here for a couple of months. I don't know everything yet. But mine's Rainbow Bay at the end of Coolangatta.
Oh
It's
yeah,
where the water tends to be the calmest, and it's just crystal clear.
yeah, it is
It's
crystal
just
clear.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get a park there as well.
No, that's the fight. I've been parking illegally for 3 days. So,
Oh, but you know what you can do? Park in the Coolangatta thing and just walk up over the hill.
yeah, I think you park at the Strand, the Woolworths car parks or something like that. So yeah. No, there's a whole group of us been parking on the nature strip part. So and so far we've got away with it. So out the back of you got all the shops and then behind that
There's
down at
another
Rainbow Bay.
sneaky way, not at the Strand, but I'm in park illegally. Don't park illegally today because you'll be done for sure. It's the end
Yeah.
of the day. They'll be out there. That'll be one of their target places. But there's a place, the RSL. The RSL has a public car park that people don't know about. The first one, there's no boom gate. So
Oh, okay.
on the Tweed Head side, right? There's an RSL and it's free
Yeah.
parking underneath. Nobody knows about it at all.
Yeah.
Please don't tell
Okay.
too many people.
We've just told the whole universe, but anyway.
Yeah, most of you aren't in Tweed. But so then when you walk out right back towards Coolangatta, you don't go to the beach, you chuck a right, okay? And
Yeah.
it's a bit flatter. So you know how Australia does that thing where the hills are like that. So it's a bit
Yeah.
flatter. And then there's a cut across street and you're at Rainbow.
Oh, okay. I will Google that.
Okay, so he's if you're watching this on the replay, how great is it to get my knowledge, which is so
That's
broad
exactly
around.
right. That's
Anyway,
just saved me a few $100 today.
and giving you a beautiful walk. It's actually really fun. And while you're walking from here on in, I'd really love you to take just walk with your video like that, Kim, just like that, or even like that. Like I know it feels weird, but you just have
Yeah.
it, but and not that way. So you're seeing it. I mean, you
Yeah.
can, but one of the beauties of that is it's literally just seeing your eyeballs. Try that. Like it's seeing your exact view. Um, uh, I'm gonna put my 2020. Have you put your 2024 video up yet?
Oh, I didn't do the roll thing. I just did a Happy New Year.
Did you?
Yep.
No, I don't want to create a reel. Go. Why is it making me create a reel? I want to create a reel. Just gonna put the video in. Go away. I've put it up 3 times, but what do we know? We know that only 10% of your followers get it. So you might as well do a few.
Yeah, you've got a few of them out there.
Yeah, love it.
I
Post.
think I've seen at least two.
But you and I are in communication, so it's going to always send it to the people that you're in communication with. Henceforth, why we're doing social media hygiene today, based on the first thing, reflecting on last year. Then we're going to look at what you want to get rid of, what you want to let go, and what you want to call in, and then the highest vision for yourself. And so that's the 4 kind of steps we're going to do. And then we're going to look at our social media profiles and see how we can improve that based on those 4 things. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, so just settling in for a minute. Just really settling in for a minute. Feeling into your sit bones and just closing down the eyes even can really help. And I'm just going to pay our respects to the traditional owners of the land. I'm on the Gubby Gubby today, people, and I really, really, really am grateful to be here and acknowledge the traditional owners and the wise ones, past, present, and the merging. Also want to acknowledge just because I know them from the Bunjalung, Yagambeh, and the Munjungbu people where Kim will be today. In fact, also the Tuljanan, who are the original owners of Tugun, the original traditional owners who we believe were massacred. To just pay my respect, past, present, and future, to the spirits of those people that really kept me and got me so well and healthy. It's a beautiful healing energy, and it delights in people doing artistic and good work. They were peaceful people. Just also really respect and pay my respect to your ancestors, my Latvian ancestors, and the European, over to Inga, who's with us always in spirit, and the Utes, and then across to the Anglo, the mixed up trickiness. May you come and be held in the spirit of love consciousness, pure and unadulterated. May we all have prosperity for the journey in 2025. And just come with a lot of love and courage into this year, beaming our wisdom, being brilliant women, beautiful, bountiful, and blessed. Awesome. So, from that place, writing down or getting a note up and just thinking about what was January like. And it's really hard for us to remember. So, I want you to go to your photos, go into your camera, into your photos section, and we're going to track back. So, you know, the photo it comes up usually on, I'm just got iPhones, everybody. I'm really sorry. So if you're on Samsung, you have to work it out. Just Google that if you don't know how. But so the problem with video is it in Zoom is it now, I don't want a video filter at all. I want none. But it just does it. See how it blurs it out a bit? It makes me focused all the time. But what I want to show, you know how to go to today, and then you go back all the way to January.
Yeah.
And there's a little thing that says, you know, a little search thing so you can put in January 2024. And I lost my phone. So let's see if I can find any at all from January 2024. That looks like it might be January 2024. No, my phone got broken, dismantled. This is January 2024. No. Um, yeah, broke it might so that's so if you don't have photos from January 2024, go to your diary. What was happening in your world? So I'll just go back to my diary. This is how you can use your, I believe, and again, just go to Jan 24, search that. Using the tools of technology to make our lives easier. January 2024. Here it is. So I must have flown somewhere because there's airport stuff going on. Like I've got flights and things. So this is the thing we can forget. But so you just write down or start a notepad or something, a sketch pad. You can put it into text if you want, but just write down January 2024. Now, what I know is that was when it became obvious that I had really bad health issues because I was unable to get out of bed. I was unable to move. And I stopped being able to create videos and make work happen. So it was really scary. And I've learned a big lesson from that because, and so that's the frame. So have you got photos up that you can look at?
Me, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And write down something that it showed you, like what comes top of mind for you.
Oh, mine's just the art. That's when I had just finished a whole heap of drawings of art, so I was taking a whole heap of photographs of them.
And what do you, so just write down art and what was it about the art? So mine, I had health issues. What was it about that you can connect to here today?
Oh, just the transition, because that was the start of a real big transition year. It literally was when things started to come together for me, as in I was kind of lost on what my next step was going to be. And that's when in January I made the decision that I was going to funnel all of this art into the surface pattern design.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So that's a huge, so 2024, you would write decided, made a decision,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are, right? So now what you want to do, and I just, I don't have, I might have videos saved. I'm going to have to look. I had health issues and I learned from that health issue that I presume that I am the problem and I don't tell people what's really going on. I just presume that I'm the problem. So and my physical trainer, I had a trainer and he told me, I was like, I can't lift that. And he's like, well, you've been able to lift heavier than that. I'm worried about that. You've got to go to the doctors today. And so, but this was going on for like 6 months, that it was slowly deteriorating. And I just thought I must be menopausal. Um, I must be not getting enough sleep. I'm too stressed. Like I kept making it my fault. And so what I've really taken away from that health issue was speak my truth about every part of my life that's going on and value my health first, because that's what basically cost me my entire fortune. So I had to start again in a different and new way.
Mm,
So I've learned to speak my truth about everything to the right people, right?
yeah.
Because I was sharing with someone and she was someone that was projecting on me that it was the things that I just talked about, right? Like she was confirming those elements and that I was somehow less than. And so that less than in me is in 2025 something that I am not willing to take into. So that's something I'm going to let go of. So you write down what happened, like the thing was. So yours was
Mm,
made a decision. Then you go, what did I learn? And then you say, what am I letting go of in that?
I know exactly what I'm letting go of.
Do you want to share it? You don't have to.
I don't know, I'm quite happy to share. I just don't know how to word it. Just give me 30 seconds. Yeah, I actually reckon that this is what it is. It's people that seep into my head and put doubt in my head, and they tell me that I can't do it. They'll tell me every reason why something can't happen. And I want to be every reason why it can. So I want to get rid of the I can'ts. And whether it's because somebody's told me I can't or I'm telling myself I can't, that's what's got to go.
Beautiful. So write that down. So the I can't, it's just a word that you're not going to have anymore in your
Yeah.
vocabulary, something like that. And then, so what would be the direct opposite of that you would call in?
I can.
Okay, well, you can make it that simple. I can.
Well,
If
well, I've got a simple brain. That's what I was gonna
I
say.
love it. So write down, I'm calling in that I can. Now let's get specific. I can do art. Is that to that decision?
Yes.
And is it more specific? I can do art that makes people leap
I
up the
can do
joy.
art that gives people joy, and I can do art that makes an income for me, a substantial income.
Okay, so
That's where
write
it's
it
got to get
down.
to.
And can you put it in the I am and you're calling in I am. So I am calling in that I am, right? I am making art that does not, so that I am. So you've got to put in the I am statement. So you say, I say, what are you calling in? I am calling in that I can. I am making art. I am earning substantial income from art that gives people joy. Something like that
Yeah.
that I create. So you get that I am doing this.
Yeah.
So if mine is I am less than and I'm inferior and the problem, and I turn that around, what I'm calling it is that I am equal to all, or I would like to say I am one with all and equal. I don't know what the opposite of inferior is superior, and so I don't want to do that. It's like um okay, so you got to get clear. It's got to feel really true and aligned. But then
Yeah.
um so it's almost like am my mind, if what's the opposite of an im what's the what's the healthier choice to inferiority complex? So I make others right is I am able to. So I'll Google something like that,
I
and
know you got the thumbs up on able to
oh yeah, okay. One with all and
on the
able
Zoom.
and able to step into solutions,
There you go.
able
You're making
to
it
discern solutions, right? So that's quite big on word. I'm a wordy
good.
person. So
You're a wordy.
I am making one with all. I am just simply I am one with all and able to discern solutions for my life. Yeah.
Yeah. God, this is
For
hard.
my best health outcomes. What about that? Let me just be really clear. Best health outcomes. I've just joined a pickleball group, for example. Like I
I
love
have you.
competitive sport and I love activities where I'm playing in teams and we compete and I love all that. So that feels to me a really healthy, beautiful way. And some people are really like, they're solo players and that's fine. So then you go, I'm calling in that I am one with all and able to enjoy solutions for my best health. I'm going to enjoy and find and take up and be with solutions for my best health outcomes. So that's January. And I start tomorrow. So for me, that'll be like something now that I'm going to look for an image on Pinterest for pickleball. Like I don't even know what I don't even know what the paddles look like. I don't even know what the
Oh,
thing,
they're a square thing.
right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, pickleball, that's going to go on my vision board. I want to be because I want to play, I want to have fun. I want to meet people. I'm in a new area.
Mm.
Um, I'm really excited about it. So it's like I'm going to put pickleball images. I also really want to I want to kind of learn to do like kayaking or something that gives me like real strength in my arms so that I can pick up the babies and play with them
Yeah.
because at the moment I'm finding that so maybe like some sort of I don't know, some sort of
Join a dragon boat team or something.
oh wow, see, perfect.
Yeah.
That might be a bit much for me. There might be a bit too much trauma because they scream and yell. Like I need like
Karma.
but more like on the ocean. So it's like meditation, like I'm seeing ocean gliding or something like that. I don't know.
What do you call it? The
Kayaking,
stand up
something.
boards. Yeah, the
Oh
subs.
yeah, maybe SUPs. I tried to do that and it was so uncomfortable with my dog on it. It went my beagle
Went pear-shaped.
went pear-shaped. But yeah, that's a good idea. So you get the picture, right? So what are you going to do? So read out your I am statement to me.
Okay, so I'm calling in that I'm making art. I am earning substantial income from art that gives people joy.
So do you want to just like name the amount or do you want to come to that?
We'll get to that. I don't want to put that publicly.
Yeah. So why don't you just write down what would you said to me your an ultimate
I
vision.
said to you the other day, the ultimate, and you
Mm.
told me to put another zero on it.
That sounds right.
And then I couldn't do the sums. I
Okay.
couldn't work it out, but now I've
Uh,
got it. So, yeah, I know I've got it.
okay, great. So and don't make it a round number. So just
Well,
put down that number and then we're going to see where this ends up
okay.
at the end. Okay, so that's January. So now we go to February. So hopefully this is going to get a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to pause the recording and you should do the same. And then as soon as you've done January, February, March, April, May, June for all those steps, and I'll give you the steps again. The steps are one, you go to the camera and you or your diary and you find out what was going on. And what springs to mind naturally for you is the key here. Oh, Susan's in. Now we can do one live again so she gets to go. Is that okay?
Cool. Yeah.
Hey, Susan. I'm so excited. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm in the car right now. So I'm
Oh,
not.
that's okay. No worries. Um, I will, you can watch back the recording if you want. I'm going to put it into the group later. And we're doing visioning, but from a place of working towards social media hygiene. So
Okay.
it's and it's perfect this is the steps. We're up to February. So The first step is to go to your phone and look at your photos or your diary from January or February 2024. And then when you see the photos from that time, what comes up for you? Look at the whole month. What is the immediate response you have about that era or that month in your life in 2024? You can look at your diary as well. If you don't, so I lost all my photos in my phone that month, and so I'm looking at the diary. So if you haven't taken photos, if you haven't been visual yet, that's fine. Use your diary and just see what comes up in your life at that time. And then once you've got that, you write down what is the issue and what did you learn from the event, issue, situation, whatever is there, the person, the place, or the thing. What did you learn? So you write down that thing. It's not an essay, and then you ask yourself, if that's what I learned, what am I letting go of, and what am I calling in? So I'm going to do February now, and then the final thing is, what is the statement that has that, and what is going to, so that we can build out this new vision visually. And so I had a health issue in January that showed up my trainer, and what I realized from that health issue was I don't speak my truth about what's really going on for me, and I have in the past chosen to believe that I am the problem. So for example, I was losing muscles and I was really fatigued and I was feeling really stressed, and in the end I couldn't even lift my weights anymore. And I thought, I've got menopause, I'm not working hard enough, I'm not managing my time, all of these things. And actually it was a medical issue. They had given me the wrong medication, and over 8 months the slide was really severe. And so what I'm letting go of, so that's the health issue, what I had, what I learned about myself from that, and then what am
I first one today.
And then what am I letting go of? My mind. What I'm letting go of is that I and my mind and my thinking thoughts are inferior. And what I'm calling in is that in an I am statement. So whatever it is, you've got to be able to turn it into an I am, to a definite, I am calling in this thing. So you'll say, I am calling in that I am one with all and able to be with solutions for my best health outcomes. And I want to do this through sport that I enjoy, and that's how I'm going to get fit again, and also monitor my body in the way that I'm going. And so I've started pickleball. I don't know anything about it, so I need to do research. I'm going to my images on my board are going to be pickleball images, as well as I was saying, and Kim suggested I do dragon boat racing, something that really builds up my strength. And then she also suggested stand-up paddle. So I'm going to look at oceany sports, which I love because I love to be on the water. So that's how you will create just one page. So, like for me, it's like this, it's broad and it's cheap paper, but we write better and we actually embed into our minds from written word better. And then when you cement it with an image that perfectly aligns to how you feel, things start to come true. And so again, I'll show you, this is what's come true for me as I had this house. So I do them and then I put them on a board. But what hasn't come true for me, although I have had love, but this bit and this other bit here, but look where I've moved to. I've moved to this region and it says my second chance starts here, but I left here. This board was done when I was in Currumbin, but here I'm back. And so it's really interesting to me. This is the career fit for me. I'm meant to be up north. So my vision that's driving me this year is this huge piece of news that I've found out in December, that my daughter is pregnant. And what that means for me is to be able to travel to her, as well as to have a property down there so that I can still have my own life. So these are things, right, that you can use in your life to get very clear at the beginning of this year of where you want to go, so that whatever issues come up, you've still got that directional north facing forward moving action towards whatever it is you're wanting to achieve this year. And by learning, reflecting, cementing images for what you're calling in, by the end you will have a clearer idea of business. And that's how we're going to do the hygiene on the social media. So we'll do one more live so that people can really cement it with Kim and I, and then we'll pause the video, you'll pause the video, and you'll finish the rest of the year. I really recommend you just go for it loosey-goosey. Don't overthink this. This is how quick it can be, and then come back and do the social media hygiene part so that your feed is talking to the algorithm, and the algorithm is helping people find you who are of similar interests, which means you will create client communication and connection. Naturally, it'll be easy. You'll love the people that show up in front of you. Susan, Happy New Year. I love it when I see you come up. I love you as a person. I love Kim as a person. So the right people come into my world at the right time. That's what I'm really grateful for. And that's partly because of the way that my social media is set up. And I need to get it even clearer because, as I said, I'm getting subsequent income from being a paid presenter this year. So I need to make sure that it's going to be talking to the right people, as well as holding firm in Facebook with the community of women that I love here. Instagram being a blend, LinkedIn being very focused on being a presenter and what I talk about. And so that's kind of what I wanted to share and give to my community as well, that you can do this. Let's go for February. Okay, Kim. Do you want me to put some music on while you do that all by yourself, and then we can kind of coach back on it?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Been one of, this is the anthem.
Yeah.
Your gifts are waiting to be shared. Are you ready to bring them? Are you willing to get out of your way and radiantly shine? There are people waiting just for you. Are you ready to serve them? Are you willing to give all that you got and radiantly shine? All the colors of the rainbow are within you. You have the right to shine, the right to be seen. All the colors of you are needed. Don't do to fit in. You have the right to shine. Your unique voice needs to be heard. Are you ready to speak now? Your message is needed in this world. Are you ready to give it wings? Your love needs to reach wide and far. Are you ready to love yourself and fill your cup with the love that you are and radiantly shine? All the colors of the rainbow are within you. You have the right to shine, the right to be seen. All the colors of you are needed. Don't tend to fit in. You have the right to shine. You get to be strong. You get to be fierce. You get to be as big as you are. You get to be soft. You get to be intuitive. You get to shine like a star. All the colors of the rainbow are within you. You have the right to shine, the right to be seen. All the colors of you are needed. Don't do to fit in. You have the right to shine. All the colors of the rainbow are within you. You have the right to shine, the right to be seen. All the colors of you are needed. Don't think to fit in. You have the right it's your time.
Excellent.
I don't know how to word this one.
Okay, great. Let me help you.
Okay, cool. So,
Will you show me the images? Can you
hey?
show me some images?
Oh, yeah, okay. I went to the Canberra Art Gallery, interesting enough, and it was something that I wanted to do for
Beautiful.
years when I was living on the South Coast, New South Wales, and we just never made the time. And I've just been that person who's very good at exploring things by myself, always had to find somebody to come with me. Anyway, Mum and I went before I moved out of there and really enjoyed it. But that's brought up it's I don't know if it's the fear. There's something that stops me from going out there and exploring these places because I don't have that person to do it with. And so I need to let go of that. It's an insecurity or something. I don't know what the words are yet. And so what I'm calling in is really the internal strength to put myself out there in the community and explore it. So I don't know the words.
That's beautiful. So, thank you for that, the vulnerable sharing of that. To go out on your own feels edgy.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know if edgy is quite the word, but it's like, well, I'll stay home because I don't have anybody to go out with. So
Okay.
whereas I would prefer to go, okay, I don't have any, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like it's not even, I don't want it to be even a question in my head. I want to just wake up and go, oh, I'm going to the art gallery today. You with me?
Yep. So I am safe to be curious. I'm calling in that it's safe to be curious, or what does I'm safe to be in the world exploring on my own?
That's it.
And is it exploring art specifically, or is it like what is it about?
Oh,
Because
I
you
think it's
the
just
ceramic,
at
you're
the
showing
moment everything's
ceramic
about
pot.
art,
Okay.
but if you look back, like, it's a nice day. Um, it would be great to go 2 hours up the road and go for a walk and have a picnic. But having nobody to do it with, you don't go. So, when I had my dogs, that was different because I had them as company, so we'd go and do things.
I love this. This is really
Yeah.
bold. So, so that the image might then be I am in the world on my own confidently.
Okay.
Because it seems to me like it can be art galleries, it can be picnicking, it can be,
Yeah.
so I am in the world on my own confidently. I love the image that you put up of a picnic. Is there something else that would be great for you? Nice day, picnic. That's now going to be on your vision board. What else would you do?
Yeah, well, it's well, as I said, it's art galleries or just going, like I am starting to work on my health now, so it would be great to get to the point that oh, it's a great day and I'm going to go for a bushwalk or something like that and see more nature, like
Yeah.
real nature, and just go. That's just part of what you do. Whereas, like,
So
it's a
I
real,
am a
like,
bushwalker enjoying nature.
yeah.
Like, so you can you can even add
It's
on.
all of that, and it's about
So
being confident.
bushwalking, I am walking in the bush 3 times a week. Like one of the great things about visioning and getting it clear, what does it smell like when you're walking in the bush?
Yeah, fresh. There was something the other day, not the other day, 10 minutes ago on the other one. And it was, oh no, when we're doing the meditation thing, when you're doing the meditation thing at the beginning, I could taste salt, and the salt was from the salt air. That was what was surrounding me.
Mm.
It's the salt air.
Beautiful. We were on one of the most beautiful beaches. It healed me, that beach. If you
Yeah,
go across the road and just walk, as I said, all the way south or north, there are 2 calm spots that you can swim at.
yeah,
Currumbin is calm, and the north is and the south is calm as well. So really walking across that road, that Gold Coast Highway, and being on that beach for sunrise and doing a 10-minute walk either way, you'll get that salt spray smell. I know exactly what
Yeah.
it is. So
Yeah.
this is what's going to draw you forward. So that's a beautiful learning for February. It's like you had health in February. I had it in January. So
Yeah.
and mine was India. There was an image of me in India with, I mean, it's so great to reflect, ladies, on what has actually happened, and otherwise we let it go unrecognized. And so we must celebrate that you actually did go to the gallery finally in 2024, right?
Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
that.
That was about 6 years in the making.
Right.
Mm.
So I had something similar where I had I went to India. It was the first time I've been back to India since the pandemic. And so there were a lot of people with that community that I went with who are very dedicated to, you know, the the modality of a sort of a spiritual love consciousness is what I'm going to call it, for want of a better word, and the methodology that we use. And so, and you know, you go and literally, it's like sitting on a mountain in India. And I'm going to show you a photo that I took. Can you see that? It's probably a bit messy.
Yeah.
But so this is me with Laurie, and this is Caroline, who I shared a room with. There's a big outdoor space where we all meet and have community. And this is the last night where the invitation is to dress as you would be meeting with God. And
Okay.
and I love that idea. And so I went and got a sari for $10 in this Indian market. And, you know, it's just so much fun. I had that little top made up for $4 to fit me together. And it's actually here in the room with me. Because my friend's got an Indian party to go to and she's going to borrow it. And, you know, you might think, oh, that's cultural appropriation and it's not okay. I'm aware of all of those things. And I'm also very aware of the Indian friends that I have, and they find it absolutely delightful that we would be wanting to wear their clothing and embrace their culture as well. So, but this lady here, Laurie, used to run the organization when I first came to it, like 25 years. It's not a cult, it's a healing modality. And she taught me, and she did a retreat called Abundance. They have retreats where you really learn the methodology and go deep in it. But I always had a little bit of intimidation. But after this event, I went up to her and I said, if you ever serve again, I'll serve with you, I'll serve for you. Cut to, anyway, she didn't know what I was talking about. She was like, what are you talking about? But I'd seen her and heard her say something, and I had this vision that she would be serving in 2024. And I thought, oh, I got it wrong. Again, me thinking I get things wrong. Well, I don't get things wrong. I have forward sight and vision. It's one of the things that people come to me and their businesses grow because they follow my forward vision with them for them. It can feel edgy because they can't see for themselves what I see, but that's just something I've been given. It's a gift that I've been given, and you either believe it or you don't. It doesn't bother me. It's something I have. So when I say, Kim, to you, that new market, that's a market I would seriously investigate and start thinking about, because it's really going to benefit you. And so, like, I've been case studying Yvette Mayer, who's now going off in her own way, and that YouTube channel that she says, she sort of has this narrative that it was really difficult, but the reality is it's launched her to be someone and something in her industry which she just did not exist. And so I know when I have a vision, and I had it for Laurie, and I said it, and I let it go, and thought nothing of it. And then in July she rang me and we put on 3 events for her. So 2 events for her and 3 events, and she created a meditation, and she's out and she's about to do a festival this week. So I know now from that, what I've learned is I must trust my visions, and whether people want to take them or not is none of my business, but trusting that they will come back and they will see that they want, when they're ready, they will want to step into that. But I'm to give them that and not hold it back. Because if I'd had this exercise in March, I stopped talking to people about what I saw. Right. And after Laurie came back, I started absolutely telling people, this is what I see for you, because that's what Ingrid and I have done for 4 years, and people are living their truth. So and being pleased about it and earning money. Very important for us for business. So I think I learned that my people are deeply spiritual, and community is incredibly important to me. And I don't really care what spiritual faith you hold, but you will be spiritual if in some faith. And that's not religion necessarily. In some way, shape, or form, you are a spiritual being present to your spirituality. That's everybody that comes into my world has that, or they're developing that. So there's the two ways that it sits for me. And so I want to let go again of self-doubt. I really want to just let go of self-doubt, and I want to bring in I think it's self-certainty rather than self-confidence. It's like I'm calling in, I am self-assured in the visions that come to me to help other people progress. So that's the kind of positive statement for that. And what does that look like? Well, I go back to my vision board and I think what hasn't come true is this. Is like really having two people on a lounge. Where's that bloody, it won't focus, stupid thing. It keeps trying to find my face. Let's see if I do that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, your presenter one.
Right. So there's presenter, that sort of, I've dabbled going live. And so really, if I was to present a live event and people came to it and anyone had the courage to put up their hand and say, you would see this transform. So I think being confident that I can present, even if it feels strange for people, I don't care. It is definitely guided and it's spiritual and it comes through me. So I say that I'm a visibility channeler, alchemist, whatever. There is a part of that. So somehow letting that come through, but also doing this side hustle of being paid professionally to present for people, so that I can have the bigger income. So there's like always for me, there's this, I want to let go of self-doubt in my career prowess, maybe something like that. So I write down, I am letting go of self-doubt in my career and visions. Oh, I know what I'll do. And I am believing in myself and my career visions. Yeah. So simple, really nice and easy. And what does that look like? Well, I've never been in front of the camera, and there's a casting on the 8th of January that I'm going for. So I'm presenting other people's podcast material in corporate environments and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go full out. Like I'm going to do everything I know to brand myself as somebody that these people want to employ. So, so it's almost putting all the existing photographs I have up and saying to Inga, okay, which outfit am I going to go in, where I'm still authentic to myself, but I love having my hair. I love having my hair loosey-goosey for all my women in here. Like, I just love it. But I love having my hair perfectly coiffed as well. Like, and my face done by makeup artists, not by me. I love it. Like, I love it so much. Yeah, I love it. When the makeup artists are working with me, it's my favorite. Yes. And my mum, I tell you, it's my mum going, yes.
Wow, that's really freaky what happens there.
So, yeah, so I'm going to put makeup artists and I'm going to put makeup chairs and I'm going to put the things that actually I know. I love them so much. Like, I love getting to set early. I love meeting the directors and I love working with them and I love bringing their vision to life. But I did that for decades behind the camera, and now I'm doing it in front of the camera for money. But I teach you ladies Inga and I teach from our hearts. You know, we are not willing to do that to get the big players. We're not willing to do it. We could do it. We'll make them look amazing, but they're not our women. We want to help women who are like us, transitioning and stepping into their greatness. We don't want to be professionally corporatize ourselves again. We just don't want to do it. So it's really, but I love playing and I love going to camera and I love doing it for others. So this time I'm going to put myself in front of the camera rather than behind the camera for money, and continue to grow the businesses in whatever way I want, but to help more women in this way. So what is your I am statement? Read it out to me, Kim. What have you got?
Oh no, shit. I was just listening to you. I didn't write it.
So you were letting go of the fear of being in the world on your own. That's
Yeah, and we got to, sorry, plane's going over.
just write that. I am letting go. You want to really write it down because you're going to do these statements. I am letting go.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking you to write it down, there's a method to the madness of which I present always. So I teach and I offer for those of you watching the playback in a particular way. These I am statements, when you're going to go low again, will be high at the end of this session, and you'll be high once you've done it, but there will be moments where life will come to you and you'll remember, you'll go back to the place you were. We always go forward and then we come back, right? And then eventually there's a balancing and where the forward motion happens. So that letting go statement you can have again. You think this is that old issue. And instead of going into victim mode, you say, no, I'm letting go of the fear of that. So you might go it tomorrow, it's sunny and the thing goes, I don't want to do it. You go, no, I'm letting go of that, right? Fear of being on my own out in the world. And then, and you say instead, I am this. So what is your I am statement?
I think I got that one. I am in the world on my own, confident.
And so, confident, and are you enjoying it? Like, write whatever you want, confidently and enjoying
Having
something
fun.
like that.
That's my words.
Yeah. And well, you're going to get pictures anyway, but these affirmations or declarations then become declarations.
Yeah. So really what I'm letting go of is insecurities.
The specificity is really important. When you're visioning, you're being specific.
Okay. So
because insecurities is a very big mountain in everyone's life until it's not.
So is it just
I'm
letting
up to you. I am here for you to say, yeah, I'm letting go of all insecurities if you want to do that. But let me tell you, you're going to be faced with a lot of, when we ask the universe to give us that can be, so when I asked for that, for example, I ended up pretty much homeless.
Yeah, okay.
So that I could face.
I'm already homeless. I don't need to be even more homeless.
Right? Like I got sick, I was hopeless, all the things that I would normally be insecure about. And here I am telling that tale as we go through the day, right? So I had to be mindful about letting go of what I really want to let go of and calling in what I really want to call in. Because being secure can be in prison.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
You don't want to be there.
You want to get the specifics. Like I love the story. Stay with the story. You know, I went to but I want to go to like there's so many beautiful art galleries. There's small ones in Palm Beach. There's small ones in Tugun. Like,
yeah,
brilliant. I love it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how we do the month. So you can pause the video now and go ahead, and if you want, we can do that and come back. And Susan, you're more than welcome to just check in later if you want and see if we're here still. But we're going to do all the next 10 months in one run to some music. You can listen to the music. So we're going to have that. And then we can come back, Kim, and we'll talk about what you've got. And if you'd like, because I really want to do the social media hygiene, but it has to, the ladies, if you set aside 2 hours to do this, just 2 hours of your life, we're going to finish it in 40 minutes. Including the social media hygiene part. So,
and you'll have a recording of this because I'm in the car and I'm about to start driving again, but I really wanted to hear this.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, it'll be recorded and it'll be uploaded.
Good.
Great to see you. What are your visions for the new year? What have you what's coming through for you?
Well, so far from what you've said, I'm joyfully confident, creative, and successful.
And what does that look like, feel like? Like, what does successful look like for you? How would you know that's come through?
I have a steady stream of clients because I have clients up and then I lose them, and then they're up and then I lose them. You know, it's constant like that. And my power word for this year is joy, because that's what's been missing. Last year it was passion. Yeah, last year it was passion. I do have the passion, but I need the joy.
Love that.
So Last year, this time I was supposed to go to Costa Rica on a women's retreat, and I couldn't because I tore my tendons and ligaments in my shoulder. So I was kind of sidelined for a few months because I had frozen shoulder. And this time I have GI issues, so it's been health for the past couple, but this
please
time
do
and
go
last
back.
time.
Do go back and watch from the beginning then, Susan, because I talk about my health issue that came and bit me on the bum. And I do believe part of it had to do with me learning to be differently in the world around my health, around my wealth, around everything. It took me out. The universe took me out at my knees to bring me back to such a better place. And I don't believe we need to do that. I believe we can quantum time shift into a positive reality through everything I've learned. And we know that to be true, right?
Agree.
Like, you know, I
agree.
know you will all see this will be quantum December 2025 for Sal Dana. Whether or not it is for you, I just invite that to be a yes, to make that decision. It is going to be the best year
Yes.
yet. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. And so then February will be joyfully confident, creative, and successful. And successful would be that I have at least I want a group program of at least 6 people in my group program. And I'm also starting a podcast,
Love it.
a professional
Beautiful.
podcast.
Beautiful. Love that. Brilliant. Think it's a great idea for you. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Watch back, go to the Women Rocking Videos group, watch this back, and I'm going to hope to see a link to something that you're going to put up and show us that's going to be visual, right? So at the end.
Yes.
And
Okay. And I've got to go because I've got to drive again.
we're going to get back on with the training. Lots of love.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So everybody else, pause the video now like we're going to do, and come back when you're ready. Don't get distracted. Set a timer for no more than, so we've got 10 months to go, so no more than 30 minutes. And then so we can spend 10, or maybe we'll end up going half an hour over. I didn't put a time limit on this, I don't think, because I really want to just get it done and get it set. So 30-minute timer, which gives you 3 minutes per video through scroll. It doesn't have to be long. Just jot down one word, the I am statements, what I'm letting go of this, and I am this now, right? What you are calling in. So maybe I will type that quickly and put it on as a screen share. So stay with me for a second. that again. Watching me yesterday, I said, invest in yourself because
Because it saves you months and months of research. So for me to pay for a course to short circuit months of painful, searching online and going down one rabbit hole, excuse me, I'm going to choke, and not getting your answer, then going down another one. To me, it makes so much more sense to find the course that's going to give you the answers, and you pay for the person's expertise. That's what you're paying for.
yeah. And
Save yourself
connection,
time.
expertise, wisdom, and also, all their mistakes. That's the time save. So, brilliant. I love that. And just again, I'm just going to you've got to congratulate yourself for 2024 being that year that you went out to discover. And this year you're going to be out in the world. Imagine what you'll discover out in the world, changing and being intentional with your views now
Yes,
about running your
and
business.
that word intention. There you go. That's my
That's
word.
what this is all about, this vision.
Intention.
Well, make that your word for the year. What is my intention here? And to really get clear on that. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's my word. I was thinking, oh no, my word's joy for the year or something like that. It's actually not. It's intention because, sorry,
Yeah.
breakfast has gone down wrong. I spent all of last year learning all this stuff. Fabulous, and it's all rattling around my brain. And I've dived down half a course here and half a course there, but launching my product and everything, it hasn't worked so far because I don't think that I've had the intention.
The vision and the intention for what you've been learning.
Yeah.
I feel you. Inga and I did this for a year in our first year in 2020. We offered so many things, and who are we? What are we good at? What results can we actually say we can get for people? And so it's that kind of, what result do you want? What can we actually get for people? And I wanted to do it, I wanted to launch someone to have an influence in YouTube, and that happened. And so now I'm like, but I wasn't clear about who and what and where and when and why. And so it's like, this is what this is going to do. So let's keep going. So you've done all of it, or you've just got the images?
I've put in all the words and everything. I haven't gone back and done the I am letting go of, and that I can do that at another time this afternoon.
So this is where it says, well, what time are you going to the beach? You're going now?
Oh, when I'm finished with you.
So I think this is pretty good to fill in.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you that so there's the month, the person, place, thing, the image that it came, what you learned, what you're letting go of, what I am calling in as I am statements, images of the future you, and then when do you know you've reached this? What is the goal for the month, the year, the life, and really putting time. We know that goals and vision setting is about having that. So I've got these vision boards, but I didn't put a time limit on them. I didn't say when I wanted them. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'd like all that to happen straight away. But it's happened over the last 5 or 6 years. But this year I'm like, okay, I need a quantum fast moving machine, and we're in a fast moving time. I need to timeline jump everything to be happening this year for me in terms of finance, community, family, because my daughter is pregnant. And enough playing around, and I didn't plan my own pregnancy. I didn't plan my life at all, but I'm planning the rest of it. And this is the moment I'm doing that for. So I'm going to finish all of this today for myself. So then once you've done that, so let's say, okay, the goal for the month is, and if you don't know, you can take all of this, copy it, and ask ChatGPT to help you.
Yeah.
Really, if you've never set visions and goals, and we're not going to be one-on-oneing. So really the goal for me for the month is, and I've sort of started, is I'm exploring my options in pickleball and ocean sports and committing to a 6 month, because my daughter's pregnant. I want to be available in case the baby's, I just want to be available for a 6 month program, right? Whether that's joining a team, whether that's saying I'm going to go to, there's a race. And so that's my goal. Yeah. Now I'm going to go and search what are my, pick up your phone. So do you want to do yours for January? So like,
Yeah.
And this can be really, I'm going to say vision. I'm going to call it not a vision, but like intention or vision. You can call it intention, vision. They're all a little bit different, but it's really what makes sense to you and what word resonates with you. Goals feel to me very masculine, an intention and a vision feel to me
I
like
like the word intention.
so. And then you can write, once you've got the intention, the vision, eventually you can add here and write, well, what are the tasks that I need to do?
Yeah.
And I always say, what is the ultimate reward of doing this? And then who do I celebrate it with? Because then what's the point if you're not going to have any of these other elements?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just wishful thinking. It's praying and not actually committing and manifesting into the truth of it. So the social media terms for me, I'm just going to go to Google and I'm going to be very specific. I'm going to go pickleball. Thank you. And I'm going to ask for where's pickleball images? Why is it not giving me that option anymore? Pickleball images. Does it change that? There it is. Pickleball images. Okay. Okay, so I didn't know the ball looked like that. So oh, I like that. This is right up my Strassi. This looks too hard. This looks fun.
The tiny little court, it's a really weird game. It's
This-
like table tennis on a tennis court.
Yeah, funsies. This looks fun. See these two, they're sort of groovy and
Yeah.
that looks fun. He looks a bit serious. He looks fun. So I'm just going to save that image as, this is pure image, evolve your visibility. Let's do a new folder. So this is vision, social media, hygiene. Create. So let's get clearer. This is something I really want to do. What is pickleball breaking down the steps? That's cool. So I've got one image. What do I want to be doing? Do I want to be on the ground? Do I want to be making pretty images there? But here's what's good for me as a visual person. I'm like, right, I'll get a photo of me, something like this, to put on my socials. It appeals to me, that, right? Social media example. Pickleball shots. You vibing with me?
Yeah.
So you're doing your own?
No, because I'm stuck.
What do you mean?
Well, my January one was, I'm calling it, I am earning substantial, I'm calling in that I am making art and earning substantial income from art that gives people joy. So I don't know what's the images for that.
Ah, okay, great question. So what happens to, how do you feel and what do you look like? Close your eyes. When you're doing that, close your eyes. So say out loud the I am statement. Don't look again, just go slow. We've got to,
I am making art and earning a substantial income from it by giving people joy.
so really say it again.
Oh my God, I got to remember it.
Oh, you did good.
I am making my art and I'm making a substantial income. I am making a substantial income by creating joy for people.
So just keep sitting with this and say, I am. Really see it. Is it money coming into your checkout? Is it your bank balance increasing? Is it PayPal? Like,
Oh, I've got you. Yes, okay.
allow
So
the images to come through as you're
yeah,
saying that.
I need a growth chart of graph of money.
Well, is that, and
At
when
the
the
back
growth
end of
chart,
the e-commerce, that's what I need. I know what I need.
okay, hang on a second. Do you, or do you need this? Money,
Oh,
you can just
okay,
wave it
that's
around the
simple.
joint.
Yeah, okay.
Like, what do you need to feel abundant?
Yeah,
Do you need like this? Do you need like this?
yeah. Celebrating joy, throwing money in the air because you got so much. Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
Fire.
Okay.
Now we're on fire.
Love it.
How does that really feel? What do you
Oh,
see?
freaking triumphant.
So is it Etsy? Is it money coming in? Is it numbers of sales? So it's both. It's both the image of
Yeah.
the stuff,
Oh, I got you. So it's
right?
money
It's like,
coming in.
what does it actually look like? It's money coming, but who loves I love buying on Etsy. I'm a big spender on Etsy. I've just thrown money everywhere, which is great. I'm going to go and pick up some money in a minute. So what does that look like for you? Does it go to the bank? You know,
Yeah.
so just while we do that though, while we're thinking about that, it's like, is it a successful financially successful artist? What do they look like?
Oh, I also know what I have to put in there. My own, it might be temporary dwellings, but I need my own temporary dwellings.
I don't
That's
know
what that's what I need in there. In order for that to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
I don't know what that meant. What I'm glad you got it, but I'm not sure what you said. So
No. Well, my own, because I'm living with my friends, so I don't want to be living with my friends anymore. I want to be living by
yeah.
myself. But in order to do that, I need a regular income from somewhere, which might just be temporarily another job that I'm applying for. So I
Well,
need that to happen.
maybe. Yeah, like maybe there's that, which is what I'm doing too, right? Like I want faster movement into
Yeah.
my reality. I'd also like to be quite like I just want to be having pickleball images, having fun and playing. Like I don't want to be too serious, you know?
Yeah.
They look gorgeous. So, you know,
It's my Google map. So this is a copy of it, so that's fine. So January. So there's something. I'll put this on. Hey, Sal.
yeah,
So on your Google Map thing,
yeah.
you added in another couple of
I
J row, you got images of future me image link. What did you put under K heading?
Oh, hang on. Do you want me to share a new one? Or do you want to get the old one?
Just I've got the old one. I just need you put in another three.
Yeah, so it's tasks, rewards, and celebrate. I'll put it in the chat.
Thanks.
Tasks, rewards, and celebrate. Everybody else, you would probably already have that because you've got this new link. Okay, so social media search terms for you, though, might be building an Etsy store, or like I'm trying to think through how does this relate? This is personal. It's not actually career driven. So this is not a goal that is about you're wanting to, you might have like my journey, that might be a highlight that you have. And so when you find a good supplier or something like that, would you share that information? Because I can tell you, I'm never going to rip off your supplier because I'm not that kind of person, right?
Yep.
But other people that you benefit that do art like you, who also sell, who are interested, if they follow you, their customers will also be a light ignited by Facebook. You know that, right? From Instagram. So you do want the right people to be following you. This is the hygiene part. So who is successful at the moment in your field that is earning money doing what you do? Who is doing that?
Lottie Dottie.
Who else? We need people who are doing it at the rate that is going to be giving you what you want. We've got Lottie Dottie, but who else?
Places like what is it? Something in Sage. Oh gosh.
She does dresses, fashion accessories, tops and tees.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not you.
Oh well, what do you call it? Stacey Bloom does exactly what I want to do. She runs what she does run is a tea towel subscription. So she's got something like 900 people worldwide that get a tea towel from her every month in a subscription. So they don't. Yeah.
So what's her social media handle? So you might put photos of these ladies up. You might get photos of them and put them up. And then so there's Stacey Brown. This is great that you have this level of information. And then
Just don't remember the names when you go like that. I don't remember the names.
that's okay. so then someone else who's like, and Ken Doan, right? Like that you really know
Yeah.
that range that he had sold out, and you might write sold out, but
Mhm.
what is the primary product you want to sell? So for
I just
example,
keep coming back to the tea towels.
you do?
I don't know why. I don't know if I was fixated because Stacey was able
Matter?
to
Do you want
build
to
this
give it?
thing.
Do you want to
Yeah,
give it easy?
I just keep coming back to the tea towels.
I bought them for Christmas for people.
Tea towels.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about like Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day gifts for empty nesters?
I gotta, yeah, there's a
Like,
stigma, there's this,
yeah,
there's a stigma around a tea towel, right? And the tea towel, because it belongs in the kitchen and all that sort of stuff. But
not for people who love the kitchen.
no, I know, and that's about finding, and this is where I've
But
got to work out how to find that
we're going there.
audience.
So kitchen tea towels is what you're right. Because hashtag kitchen and
Oh, okay, yeah, got you.
house. Because
Yeah.
then it's people that also are interested in kitchens. Again,
Yeah.
I say to you, people renovating retirement homes that don't want to
Yeah.
spend a lot of money. Like those friggin' tea towels I bought, my friends, and they love them because they're beautiful. I buy things for me. When I buy a kitchen tea towel, I'm buying so that there's no felt fluff left on a thing. But your work is one that stands over the oven rung and looks beautiful, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So what are the three most important things for your buyers? That's what you're looking for. So
Yeah.
what is the most important thing for Stacey is what? Like, what about you could do just like a 3 tea towel subscription, a gifts pack, like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, birthday, and Christmas. If I was to receive that from my daughter, of a different one each day at each of those celebrations. And you can say to people, you can choose it's a four towel subscription for the year. Give me the dates, and then you just set it up. Like, is that hard or is that easy in an AI world? I don't know. So I'm not part of the product distribution for hard.
It's about getting it done because you got to lay out your print time and all that sort of stuff and deal with the
But these are the things you've got to think about, right?
I've got to think about all this month. So it's about planning this month. Because it's about when
About
do
audience. This month is about audience. You have to get very clear. Your intention has to be know your audience, because
Yeah.
then can you do your planning for your print runs?
Yeah.
You have to prove the product. So this is called minimal viable product. We have to prove that it works,
Yeah.
and then you scale. Build, grow, scale. They're the 3 steps. Build, grow, scale.
Okay.
So anyway, you've got tea towels. It's like, okay, what's the minimal? Okay, if I don't want to do a print run, what if I did a cup? Like, I don't know, you work it out. What if you did something else? You just work out like it's the minimal viable product to test this and get you through. But also social media hygiene. Are you following these women? Okay, here we go. Social media hygiene for you, number 1. We go to those 3 people you said. So I'm going to go to LinkedIn.
Stacey.
Yep. You go to Instagram.
Yeah.
I go to LinkedIn. Or is she also on it? I mean, why Instagram is great is because you can scroll down and see what hashtags they use, which is like.
Yeah, so she's on Stacey Bloomfield. She's got 3 accounts, 4 accounts, 5 accounts.
One is the one that's most aligned to your new intention. Say your intention again. Just read it out.
I'm making art and earning substantial income from art that gives people joy. So it would have to actually be her gender bar. Her gender bar one that she's got the blue tick next to it. So it's GINGIBER.
Get that there. Is it hashtag or at, like whatever your social media handles and searchings are, because you can also put that in Google and see what else comes up.
Oh, okay. Her ones, or
Yeah, so we're seeing what else comes up when people search for her who are like you.
oh, okay. I'm just trying to. Oh, here she goes. Surface pattern design, artist journey. That's an interesting one. Designing dreams, art business. Okay.
Are these her handles or you're searching?
Yeah, I'm reading hers.
Right. So jot these, just copy and paste them if you can. I don't think you can we?
No, that's right. I'll just take a screenshot. I'll
Take
put all
a
this together
screenshot.
later.
Do you know the secret with the screenshot? So you get a screenshot, right? So I'll do it here on LinkedIn. So or Insta. Okay. Got two problems coming up. I'm trying to do you and me at the same time. So let me just work with you. So what I want you to do is pull up Instagram and that lady, what's her name?
Stacy Bloom or Ginderbar.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to do it for oh, so what's happened? Oh no. Did is Christy Smith her dad's in hospital?
Oh no. Have you just been notified?
Not the way I'd hoped to leave 2024 behind for my dad, but here we are. He's getting great care and knows we're looking after mum. So hopefully he rests better tonight. So now this is the thing about being in communities and being with women that we love and adore, because I met her through Instagram and a Facebook Live challenge. You met me through Instagram, through a community and a Facebook Live challenge. This is how it is going to be done in the future. Business is done.
Yeah.
I should have bought details from you. I didn't even think about it. But the linen is.
I did when you said it, but anyway.
The linen is, yeah, well, but this is the thing, right? So I was in a shop, but I think I bought it because you mentioned it. That's why I'm mentioning it again. So the linen is what's important to me. When I saw this linen, it's not the print, it's not the way it looks so much. I just go for very plain kind of, because I'm a chef, ex-chef, right? So it's just like we want plain, we like stripes so that it kind of hides all the rubbish.
Yeah.
So I have to have a mindset shift that a tea towel can be a piece of art. So you might,
that's what I want your mind shift to be. See, that's my thing. That
might be your ultimate. That might be one of the things that you talk about. That's you.
Yeah.
And you might,
as it was saying about the stigma behind a tea towel. Tea towel can actually, it's a functional object, but it's also a work of art.
Love it. We're going to work with that in your private stuff. You, me, and Inga. We're going to work on because what that is, it's called audience awareness. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but that's that 7-11-4 that I talk about, the Google. You've got to help me realize that I had a problem and then solve that problem that I didn't realize I had.
Yeah.
So, which we're doing in this kind of live element. So I'm going to go to Krista's reels and I'm looking for, she's got no hashtags. Why has she got no hashtags?
See, some hashtags are a thing of the past. That's what they're saying. And it's going to be more SEO driven.
So how do we then find out the words? That's why I'm like, what words is what words then is your lady using? So we can find images still with hashtags, because 100% images are hashtag relevant in order for us to find things. But I understand that the words that we use now are a caption with a link doesn't allow links in captions. Yep. So she's really talking about links in captions, getting Instagram right. All she's talking about is that. So that's pretty cool. Really, I can't wait to dive in. I'm doing Krista this afternoon at depth for my own Instagram, because that's where I want to be now.
Yeah.
So in that hygiene moment, then what we're going to talk about is when you're commenting back on those posts of those women that you like, you need to read the post and put your own words and their words back to them. So if we're not using hashtags, the algorithm is going to be reading who's engaging at depth. So looking at the comments that other people put that are buying, that's really important. The words that people are using, put this word, like that word of, where people go and they get more money, they get more sales through, they get a freebie or a lead magnet or a link to a sale through ManyChat. There's the one word they're using. What are the words that people are using? SEO and hashtags are SEO, basically. But if it's now reading images and words at once, which is what AI is doing, so the hashtag itself, the actual code of hashtag is no longer relevant. There will be something that it'll be this contextual conversation that you're able to also be a part of with the people that you follow and the people that follow you, that you stay on content and context. You don't go off path. That's going to be the key.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I get confused in the sense that should I be following more of the artists that you got your aspire to be, right? The Stacys and the Ken Danes and all that sort of stuff. Or what you were saying before, should I be following the real estate, the villas, the 55 and over, target audience of
I believe to start, this is 2025 hygiene. You can change it in 2026. You can change it anytime you like. You can unfollow people, right? But I think this is about testing what happens and trying. So we are nobodies.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is saying, if they are not one of those people, why are you following them?
Right. Okay. So you can follow different paths as long as it's relevant
To you
to what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
and to yourself or parts of the vision, because that's how smart I think it is. Also, you're learning, you're seeing it's teaching it what you want. It's so smart. You're going to be more interested. You're going to be more engaged. You're going to want to post similarly.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to get inspired to post because the right things are coming up at the right time.
Yeah.
You're going to get better at that. That's the game.
Yeah, this is a game, isn't it?
Yes. And it's fun and we're going to win.
Oh yeah, I know that part.
And there's the A League, there's the B League, there's the C League, there's the D League, there's the E League, there's the F League, there's the G League, there's the Masters, there's the this, there's the that. Like I was watching tennis the other night, say women's singles, one's in Brisbane and one's in Perth. Both are qualifiers, right?
Yeah.
For the Australian Open, I think, both are qualifying competitions. They're both playing on the two networks are now in competition with the same view. That never happened 5 years ago.
No, it was always one, isn't it?
Right? So what we're following is actually the best game.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I was having to watch two games at once. And there was these rallies. So what's important is this rally, like 1 point went for 12 minutes. 1 point with these two women. I was gripped.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, the way the audience would stay with them, I then checked once I'm with them for 12 minutes. I'm like, who are these women? I'm on their Instagram. I'm liking and following them. I'm about to play pickleball. All of a sudden, now I'm booked in to go to play pickleball. They inspired me to go. So do you know what I'm saying? It's who you are and what your life is, ladies. This is what I want you to do. So let's do it now. So we go to our Instagram, we go to our LinkedIn, we go to our Facebook, wherever it is you're thinking, and you go to your follows and you go, who am I following? Who am I actually following? Go to your profile. And if you don't know how to go to your profile, if all of what Kim and I are doing is not clear to you, then this is your opportunity to go to the comments wherever this video is and sign up. I am an affiliate for Krista Smith, who has the best Instagram community you will find if you're a woman over 40 or starting out in this field. It is lovely, delicious community. Would you not agree, Kim? It's just
It's an awesome community.
and it's called
Yeah.
Activate Her Awesome, and we're women of the academy. And so really recommend, and she's given me such a great deal for everybody. So if you want to come to that, come along, have a look in the comments, and I will put her link. This is the best time as well. I can say that if you want to join up on the Australian dollar special and pay in full, you get more time with me and with Inga and your style, and you get accepted into Activate Her Awesome as a free bonus. So this is incredible opportunity. And if you want that one, you want to get your Activate Her Awesome included, come with us, all in Aussie dollars for 4,444. You stay with us. We do a 90-day sprint. We help you get everything you need in 90 days to be visible and hold yourself the best point of accountability to be visible in social media with an online business in 2025. Then that's the one for you. We only ever have 3 of those a month. I think well, I'm working with you privately this month, Kim, so there's 2 available of that. So if you're interested in that, please book a call, and the payment price will be there first. You have to pay. If we're not a fit in the call, I will refund you your money straight away, but that's a pay in full, 4,000 Australian dollars, $444. I can tell you nobody has had us that cheap. So you're welcome now to go ahead and book that. So there's the 3 offers, and they say only offer one thing, but actually I'm offering you 3. I'm offering you 1. Just come and join. If you don't know anything about Instagram, you want to join Krista Smith's Activate Her Awesome Academy. Brilliant. You'll love it. Go here and you'll get it cheaper. I do get a kickback from that. I don't know how much. Oh, yeah, I do. I think I get 50%. So that's so incredible. It's so incredible. She values you so much that she is discounting so that she gets more people in. It's awesome. And different time zones, it works for everything. She's brilliant. So you can check her out too, Krista Smith, but you won't get it. This is the best price. The second one is there's a monthly that you can stay with us for a year. You get access to the full library. You get just 1 session with me and 1 session with Inga, and you get the 90-day sprint with the next 8 live trainings and Q&As, a bit like this, but a little bit more structured and organized. And we're really focusing on claiming your visibility. This is a huge 3 months. This has been the game changer for most people over the last 4 years for us. So that's 444 Australian dollars a month, or you can get the 2 seats that are available, which is 4,444 Australian dollars to work with us privately. And I've just put that in now, and I'm giving you the bonus of I will buy you the Krista program. So that's what's on offer. Now back to the hygiene. Okay. So we go to Instagram, you go to your profile, and you see who you're following. Like I'm following 1,000 people. It's taking me ages to get rid of them. And some of them are my friends, and I'm like, do I want them on this one or do I want them on the next one? But I love them, so I'm going to keep them. I don't want to offend people.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Well, okay, you've got to decide on business for you, Kim, and you can have a private one like the real and make it private and follow your friends and do all of that. But if they're not going to be supportive of you, or their group of friends aren't potential purchasers, is it really real for you? So
yeah, that's true. Okay. Who's that? Oh,
and I don't know if this is true, but because they don't go in alphabetical order, they're the ones that you can it's like you can go to who do you least
I think they're the ones down the bottom.
least interacted with. There's a category and it says least interacted with. So you can go to those categories and then just go, yeah, I don't know who that is. But it is just taking that time, go, who are you? Dad, husband, surfer, joker, aging rapidly, Indigenous male. Well, he's very funny and I do like him.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting rid of that one.
Okay, getting rid of that one. See how quick it is?
And this guy's giving me shit, so he can go.
And some of them, what I really want to do is you can mute them if you're not really interested. So maybe you could mute your family for a minute so that the algorithm's not getting confused and sending you the wrong people. and
Okay.
working on it. We're just doing a 90-day sprint here to get it cleaned up. So I'm gonna mute her.
She cool. No, I'm gonna keep that one.
Mute. Because she's pretty noisy in my feed.
Oh, that
Um,
was the other chick. Yeah, okay.
even though I like some of these people, even though I like some of these people as well, I'm going to follow them on a different account. So you can have multiple accounts. I think if your business, I'm not sure about that. This is all Krista's
Yeah, I've
domain.
got 3.
Yeah. So you can have your own, you can have the one that's kind of your main profile for selling, and then you can have whatever you want. So I've got 2 because I've got Heal to Whole, which is the events around healers and the more spiritual and health and well-being. And then there's Saldana, which is about women and visibility. So they're the 2 that I'm currently running. And I think I'm going to do like the real Saldana, or I don't know, maybe I'll do Glamour, Glamour Queenie,
I like the glamour.
so that I can bring all my friends and family over to that one. Yeah. And does it really matter which one goes off? It's amazing how much we just change, right? Like, I've got a lot of comedians, but I don't really see much of their work.
I got rid of all cupcake ones. Kill,
Good
kill, kill.
job. Like, I've got
Yeah,
catering
what's
platters
this
and all
one?
sorts there. I don't need it.
Yeah. You're still interested in it though, but it's mm.
Right, I've got dog ones, I need to follow that somewhere else. So this is the idea, people. You go and you just keep unfollowing those that don't fit into your niche or your true interests. Oh, she was funny.
That's that one. Sorry, you're going to have to not be here anymore. Most shown feed. Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
I got rid of 10.
Well done. How many are you following?
I need 126.
Okay, so
But now I've got to make sure I'm following the right.
there you go. Good work.
I've got to
Right.
get some more right ones that I'm following. Which I need. So kitchen towels, what does that bring that up? I get where you're going. Who are you? You might be worth following. See, I should. So surface pattern designers specializing in tea towels, they're the ones that I should be following, I'm guessing.
Have you found those people?
I've found
I think you should
people
follow
like
them
me.
if you have shared interests with them as well. Like, check out their reels, have a little look first. That's what I do. I go back and go,
Yeah.
am I still aligned to these people,
Yeah. She does pretty stuff. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, people think bigger. She's got the followers. Some of them have what you want, but they don't think the same way as you.
Exactly. I mean, it's good to have differences as well, but choose why that is and know why. That's what I would say. So everybody, I'm going to wrap this up. So that's follow those people who you are aligned to, are in your niche, or are in your general body of interest, and know that you're going to be posting on those purposefully that makes sense to the people who are going to buy from you. So there's a whole lot of other sides of this, but really it's about your vision. And by looking at every month and everything you've done, you're going to find a new thing that you're interested in, or it's a new search engine word, search engine optimization word, a new conversation that you're willing to have with people. It's about developing yourself, aligning with your spiritual truth of where you want to be through a visioning process, and allowing your business to be birthed through that. That attracts others to you naturally, so that the efforting isn't so incredibly hard for you. It's a joy to be on social media. It's a joy to connect with customers. It's a joy to post. It's a joy to think, how can I connect? What can I do more that can help these people? From a place of service, as we move into the age of Aquarius more fully, this is going to be the basic bedrock, building your community through connection, through love, through service, aligned to your personal vision. Because what you'll learn from doing this is that there is billions of people out there with many accounts, just like we all have. But it's about where are they looking at what time, because the internet and the algorithm wants to give people the right thing at the right time in the right way. And that's the key to having a healthy relationship with social media rather than a toxic one. So thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, you can drop it in the Facebook group here below. Look at the links. Come and join us. This is what Evolve is like. It is a little bit more structured. This is very loosey-goosey, as you can see. Wishing you all the very, very best for 2020-2025. May you rise and shine and be as visible AF. See you later.